The Dallas Mavericks have a lot to prove. After coming off of a very successful season of making it all the way to the NBA Finals, the Dallas Mavericks went into the offseason with a lot of work to do to really get this team ready to not just make the finals, but to win the finals. And I think we can all agree that the Dallas Mavericks did a wonderful job this summer. However, it's going to take a lot more than just superstar talent from Luka Doncic or amazing three-point shooting from Klay Thompson for this team to make it to the finals and win the finals. It's going to take leadership. And over the last 2 seasons, Kyrie Irving's leadership has been invaluable to this team. You can tell that the chemistry between him, Luka Doncic, and the rest of the team, it just blends in very well, where Luka Doncic looks like he's matured a little bit thanks to Kyrie Irving. And just the other day on his own Twitch stream, Kyrie Irving detailed what happened in the finals last season, how he feels about it, and what's motivating him to even improve more in this upcoming season. So in this video, we're going to take a look at what Kyrie Irving said the other day, break down how well he actually looked in the finals and how well he looked overall in the playoffs, and I'll give my takes on it on what Kyrie Irving needs to do for this Dallas Mavericks team. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started, as always, man, those likes have been looking pretty good. I'm still begging for 300 likes. We've got 48 days until the regular season begins. And if you, like me, cannot wait another day for Mavericks basketball, drop a like on this video, and I'd appreciate it greatly. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes. But like I said in the intro, it's going to take more than just superstardom and amazing three-point shooting and Derrick Lively taking his second-year leap for the Dallas Mavericks to really make a splash in the playoffs and make it all the way to the finals and get that Larry O'Brien trophy. The leadership of Kyrie Irving is amazing. It's really impacted this team on all levels, not just on the court, but also off the court, where the team really is a cohesive unit and they have a shared goal of wanting to win a championship. We did make quite a few roster changes this summer, but nothing too crazy that really shakes up the team. They're still very much the same Mavericks team that went to the finals, just with a few additions. And Kyrie Irving's leadership is going to be needed even more in this upcoming season. And you could say it'll be a little bit easier because you'll have Klay Thompson, a veteran who's also played alongside Kyrie Irving in the Olympics, who's also went to war against Kyrie Irving in the finals back in 2016 when Kyrie was with the Cavaliers. So that duo of leadership, that duo of veteranship will be just amazing for this Dallas Mavericks team, as we have a lot of young guys in their early 20s, guys that are in their second and third year, even Derrick Lively going to his sophomore year, that will benefit from this leadership. Even Luka Doncic has a lot to be gained from this leadership. But like I said, Kyrie Irving, he had a lot to say the other day on his own Twitch stream, just going over the entirety of the playoffs and how he felt. So let's go into what Kyrie Irving had to say. So this right here from the Smoking Cuban. Shout out to the man, Noah Weber. He's a great guy. I had a chance to meet him. He put out an article saying Kyrie Irving flips the narrative, gets brutally honest about finals collapse. So let's see what he had to say. Kyrie Irving said, "I'm always going to take my accountability," Irving said. "It starts with me. Definitely got to set that straight. Did not play my best at all down the stretch in the season. It's been eating me alive in a healthy way." Irving seems confident that the Mavs will find their way back to the finals, and him being able to admit that he wasn't at his best in that series against the Celtics shows how much he has grown since being in Dallas. Being able to admit when you aren't at your best and swallowing your pride is difficult for anyone, no matter what business or state of life you're in, and Irving being able to do that is a huge indicator of the type of person he is and how different he is from what people on the outside looking in think of him. The fact that his struggles are eating him alive also shows how much he cares about winning, and that wasn't the case according to many during this time of the Brooklyn Nets and Celtics. And that right there is what you want to see from your leaders. That's what you want to see from your stars as well. And in the NBA playoffs, anytime we had a bad game or maybe we got blown out, or maybe Luka or Kyrie had a bad game, we all saw both of them taking accountability. Many times Luka said, "It's on me, I gotta do better, I'm letting my team down." There was a game in the first round against the Clippers where Kyrie dropped 40 points and we still lost, and Luka Doncic took accountability, and vice versa. There was a game where Luka went crazy, but Kyrie didn't really play well, and even Kyrie said, I feel like I'm letting him down. The bond that Kyrie and Luka has, it's very tight. It's amazing. It really is a brotherhood, and you can tell that Kyrie is rubbing off on Luka a lot, and we saw that in one of the series in the playoffs where Luka was just arguing with the refs. He was just cursing at the bench, yelling at Jason Kidd. Things just fell apart, and we lost. But he even understood that he needs to just be locked in. He needs to focus. He can't be arguing with the refs. He's got to get back on defense. He can't just be walking. And that is thanks to the maturity, the wisdom, and just the veteran leadership that is Kyrie Irving. But Kyrie also understands that, sometimes it's me. It's not you. Sometimes it is me. Detailing that he wasn't playing his best, that when he was in the finals, he was not playing up to par. So having a leader, having a veteran who can say those things, swallow his pride, and just be outspoken says a lot, especially from a player who was just detailed and just tagged as just this horrible locker room player who's going to ruin your team. He's going to go there, have all these off the court distractions, and then leave your team to go somewhere else. There was a whole lot of rumors that he wasn't going to sign with us and go play with LeBron in LA. Not sure how true that may have been, but the truth of the matter is now we have Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is a Dallas Maverick. He's here. He's locked in. He even said himself, it's been eating him alive, but in a healthy way, that he can use this to drive himself and motivate himself for the upcoming season. But the article does continue, saying before coming to Dallas, a large portion of the media painted the picture that Irving was a bad teammate and would cause problems. But that has been galaxies away from the truth since he has been traded to the Mavs. Irving's teammates seem to all get along with him, and his leadership and championship pedigree have helped the team as a whole, but also Luka Doncic individually. Doncic and Irving are close on and off the court, but their on-court bond has also grown tremendously over the last year. They went from not knowing who should take the last shot and missing the playoffs to making the NBA Finals in their first full season together, and their chemistry was through the roof. And I think that is the beauty that is Kyrie Irving. I think that makes him so much more valuable on this team than most people want to give him credit for. One thing that I've always said about Kyrie Irving is the reason why he works so well with Luka is that he doesn't take anything away from Luka. Luka's numbers don't go down just because Kyrie's on the court. They play together very well. We all see it. Luka will play the first 3 quarters going crazy Luka, but that fourth quarter Kyrie come alive in the fourth and just take over games, helps close things out and gets it done, helps us win games. Kyrie Irving being able to just play at an all-star, at arguably an MVP caliber level alongside Luka Doncic and not taking anything away is amazing. That's not something that we had with Kristaps Porzingis, where Kristaps would sometimes have a great game and then Luka would have a subpar game and vice versa. They were never really on the same page. A superstar, an amazing talent like Kyrie Irving able to play at an elite level alongside Luka without affecting his game in a negative way. If anything, he helps Luka's game is a gift in itself, and who knows what this next season can hold for us now that we have someone like Klay Thompson in the mix. It's amazing. But how good was Kyrie Irving last season? Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Kyrie Irving last season put up 25.6 points per game, 5.2 assists per game, and 5 rebounds per game. He had 1.3 steals, 0.5 blocks, 1.8 turnovers, 3.6 free throw attempts a game. That's insane. While shooting 49.7% from the floor, 41.1% from 3, and 90.5% from the free throw line, almost in that 50-40-90 club. I feel like if you're shooting 49.7% from the floor, just make it 50. But doing all that was the second lowest free throw attempts per game in a 25+ point per game season, and also the third lowest turnovers per game in a 25+ point per game season. That right there, you could argue, is the Kyrie effect working alongside the Luka Doncic effect. That Kyrie Irving can have arguably one of his best seasons of his career alongside Luka Doncic at the age that he is, that he's not really slowing down, but he's able to mold his game around Luka Doncic to where they can both be successful. That does lead to wins. But was everything that good? Well, let's take a look here. This Celtics fan had this to say. He said, I was 100% wrong about Kyrie Irving. He simply crumbles in Boston. I think he's being a bit dramatic there. But in the 2024 finals in Dallas, he was 28 points per game on 50% field goal. And in Boston, he was 14 points per game on 34% field goal percentage. So that right there gives you a little glimpse. And although it was only in 5 games and we only had 1 home game, we only had 2 home games. We only had 2 home games in that 5-game stretch. And in those 2 games, Kyrie Irving, 28 points per game. He was doing great. In those 3 games in Boston, it was not pretty. 14 points per game, 34% from the floor. It just wasn't pretty. I'm sorry. No, we played 2 games. I quickly forgot that we played 2 games at home. I just remember game 4 where we just killed the Celtics. So I apologize. We played 2 games in Dallas, 3 games in Boston. So my bad. In those 2 games, they're the numbers. Kyrie Irving played very well, but in the 3 games in Boston, he really didn't play that well. But if we look at the big picture of the entire playoffs, Kyrie Irving in the 2024 NBA playoffs had 22.1 points per game, 5.1 assists per game, and 3.7 rebounds per game, while also having 1 steal per game, while shooting 46.7% from the floor and 39% from 3. that type of just talent is amazing. Having that, again, that alongside Luka Doncic, now alongside Klay Thompson, is amazing. This Dallas Mavericks team is able to go very far as long as they keep things just very close and just they stick together. As long as Luka Doncic can focus on the game, not let his emotions get to him. As long as Kyrie Irving just stays locked in and it continues to take accountability like the leader that he is and like a leader should, this team is good. I think Kyrie Irving has the right mindset. I still think he's focused on the game of basketball. Shout out to whoever it was that said that trade for Kyrie was a D trade, because it's looking like an A trade to me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with Kyrie Irving that it is a little bit on him and that he needs to do better? Let me know what you guys think and we can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord, links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing our giveaway. It will be tomorrow evening. I have to work now. It just got sprung on me. So during the day, I'll be working. But after I'm done working, we will be doing our live stream where we're doing our giveaways. Make sure you're there. But till next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.